I forgot what his last name is, and I did post a on Facebook and in the three Facebook page a little flyer about it with the address and everything for the podcast. And he's going to be interviewing me. It's actually a podcast that has to do with wellness and business people. And so I'm going to be talking, of course, about my experience with proactive wellness. And so it's only about 20 minutes that I'll be interviewed, but I think that's enough time to.
Antoinette, make sure you mute yourself. Okay, let's start this party now. The floor is yours. Oh, before I forgot, we did more updates on the website and also in treelaunch.com. You go there, they have the new presentation. They have the Nilbert presentation from last night in the business side, and it has everything's new. Doesn't all the videos and the pay plan is the pay plan that I did on Saudi. Everything's updated. Okay, now the floor is yours, and I'm super excited to see you, all of you on Saudi, all of you that are going to be there.
Yay! Thank you, George.
Antoinette.
Okay, thank you, thank you. I think, is the gang in yet? Christine is probably still going, but anyone else, anything else exciting going on? Oh, I see hand up, Janine. Okay, go ahead. Unmute yourself, though. Is it Janine? Oh, my glasses. Go ahead and unmute yourself.
Yeah, I don't see. Oh, Janine, yes.
And I wasn't sure if they heard about my podcast because
go ahead. You want to repeat it?
Yeah,
go ahead.
We did.
Because it was muted and when I looked down, so that's why I just wanted to repeat that it'll be at 1 p.m. and I have a flyer out there on a couple of different Facebook pages that have to do with three. And it's in our team Simmons Shout. I didn't know how to get it into the chat or the shout. Maybe I can add it to chat later today, but it's at 1 p.m. Eastern time. And I'll be talking about proactive wellness. So I'm very excited. I'm being interviewed. So thank you.
Yay. Well, excellent. And yeah, put it in the chat. We would love to hear from you. And then I know Lovey, I think everybody's in.
I am so excited. I just wanted to take a moment to celebrate Donald and Paige. They had their first business launch last night. So they hosted 8 guests on. We had several BAs there. So thank you so much for all of the brand ambassadors that were there to support them. I mean, gosh, what an incredible start to their journey. I'm just super proud of them and just their commitment to just sharing their vision with others. I know I think she's on now, so I wanted to have her share.
Paige, make sure you mute yourself.
Unmuted?
Yeah. Yeah, you're muted.
Oh, good morning. Sorry, I'm driving. Hey,
good
y'all.
Morning,
good
Paige.
morning. Oh my gosh. So last night, like I said yesterday, I was pretty nervous, but faithful. The start, because I've never done that before. So my husband being there by my side and then my team, and just having my back was very exciting. And then I just went with it and I was just praying and I was able to actually be my authentic self. So I was so excited and I'm so happy for the supportive three. You guys are amazing how you show up. And I have that same spirit, so I'm just fired up. It was an amazing evening. Everybody that was there, they stayed, they didn't leave. So they were totally having comments. They were making comments, and I was like, "Ooh, it's starting, it's starting." I was squeezing my husband and oh my gosh, So it was amazing. I was super hot. It was hot in my office. But I enjoyed every bit of it, and I'm just so ready for the business journey. But thank you for letting me
share. Paige, thank you. I know I see every week Paige is just more and more and more getting active, but Paige, you're a great example of what I'm going to talk about today.
Okay.
Because
Thank you.
Paige was showing up in the beginning. She would just show up and listen, show up and listen, show up and listen. And now she's kicking it into gear. So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay,
Appreciate
I
that.
think we have time for one more person. Does one more person want to share? Anyone else want to share? I mean, I know we were all just talking about last night was so amazing with Nilbert and the testimonies with Nilbert. And you know, we just have such a fabulous team. Over and over again. Every week I would say, wow, that was so amazing. And then the next week, it's amazing. So thank you, Nilbert, and all your guests, and you know, just everyone for kind of showing up to the meeting and all of that. Okay, well, I'm ready to dive in if you guys are ready. So it really does tie into what we were talking about as far as you have these events. So Paige, I'm so excited. You have these great events, and several of you, you work so hard to get people to the event. And then you work so hard to get them to sign up as a BA, and then you're silent. And then you're like, oh my gosh, excuse me, what do I do? Where do I go? So I know that later this week, someone's going to talk to you more about follow up and how to follow up from an event. What I want to talk to you about is you've got them in the system. They're in the system, you know, they probably picked out what products that they want. Now, what is your role? What should you do to help them with the path? And I do want you to know, all of us as leaders wish that we could then take care of everyone. We wish that we could, but there's just not enough time in the day to do that. So we need your help in order to get there. So I'm going to give you 10 things to do to help your new BA be as successful as they can be. So the number one thing is you have to lead by example. So I think it's so important. You get someone on board, and then you may not show up the next day. You know what I mean? And I just want to be honest with you. And I hear people say sometimes to me, oh, but Antoinette, you know, I work a full-time job. I have this, I have that, I have this. And that's okay. When I say show up, it's showing up when you can show up. And you know the difference. You know the difference because probably your new BA is just like you. They have a lot going on. But if your new BA sees you plugging in when you can, or I want you guys to understand this. If you work and you can't plug it in the morning, it's okay. It's recorded. But what do you do when you get home, when you're driving? You know, what are you doing? Your people know what you're doing. They know if you're leading by example or not. You can't bring someone in and expect them to do something that you're not doing. And when I say that, it could be 1 hour a week, but just lead by example. I think when I first started, I had so much going on, so much going on. But I would tell everyone, hey, I'm going to plug in here when I can and where I can. So I just want you to do that. And it goes to number 2. Attend as many events as you can with your new person. Attend as many as you can. And so if you work during the day, we always have something in the evening. We always have something going on. Monday night, you have the global call. Tuesday, Empowerment Tuesday. Wednesday, you have Wellness Wednesday. Some of the leaders have events going on every single night. So your job is to invite them and for you to attend with them, to show them how they can plug in different ways. Now, here's another thing. Maybe you work all day and you work all night. Well, then maybe the two of you get together and you watch a video together. You see, it's kind of your job to figure out how to work it with them in the beginning to get them on board, which goes to number 3. Call and text your new BA daily. Daily, unless they tell you not to. For the first month, for the first 3 weeks, you see, I think we all assume that they know what they should be doing. I think we all assume that they've been in networking before, but they haven't. And it's honestly can be, you're calling him to just say good morning. Good morning. How are you today? Are you excited about your new business? Or it could be, you'll get to know your new person. Some people, believe it or not, I'm too much for them in the morning. Imagine that. So I wait and I call them in the evening and I say, how was your day? Did you have a good day? Are you excited about your business? Can I help you to maybe jump on this or to do this or to do that? Unless they tell me not to, I am reminding them of the events, of everything going on. I really do try within 24 to 48 hours. I do try to get them through getting on George and Adrian's website, pulling up the welcome page, showing them how they can get in their back office, showing them how to download the app. If I just get that done with them, or if I just send them a video within 48 hours, it really jump starts their business. And I always ask them permission. Is it okay? Is it okay if I send you this video for you to watch? And then they may say, I have so much going on. I have something big going on at work. And I go, oh, okay. So how about Wednesday at 3? Like, just don't let it go. You kind of follow up with them to keep them engaged with you and what's going on. So they may say to me, hey, Antoinette, I want to go really slow with this business. And I say, absolutely. Can we first at least show you what to go slow with? Did you guys get that? So they go, I want to go really slow with this business. Can we first show you what to go slow with? Because sometimes they don't understand that this can be done in the nooks and the crannies because they don't know that they have a website that's easy to go to, that they can watch the videos when they want to, however they want to. So it's kind of your job to feel them out. And remember the DISC personalities. If you haven't had that training, get someone to send you the video. Remember who you're talking to, which I think goes to number 4. Keep a friendly business relationship. I think you have to accept people for who they are and where they are and what they want. You see, it's very hard for me, a non-detailed person, to be with a detailed person. So if you have someone that's new, that's a detailed person, then, I want to say to them, You don't need all these details. But that's not right because they do. They need the details. So then you have to provide that to them. You see, I've had to learn to do every single personality. So if they're detail oriented, then I send them to George and Adrian's website and I show them all the details. I send them the videos and I make sure that they have our important papers in their back office because they're detail oriented. So I have to take a breath and I have to take the time out to do that. But what if it was me? Like Christine. Oh, she was so wonderful. When I started, I said to Christine, I don't want to log in. I just want to start making money. and I said, I have like literally this going on. Please tell me what I need to do. And Christine was so sweet. She goes, dear, how about if you just get a couple people on a call with me? What is the best date to do it? She didn't say, no, you have to log in first. You have to do this, and this. She met me where I was. Eventually, I did have to do that. But I want you to be kind to if they have a lot of things going on. And it's your job as a future leader or as a leader to begin to work through that. Work through what is what's going to make them feel comfortable. And if you don't know what to say, which I did in the very beginning, they may say something, say, oh, I'll get back to you on that. And then you call your upline or your leader and you ask them what's best to say, what's best, to get them going. So now you've got them, feeling comfortable. You're working on their time. It may be lunchtime. It may be evening. You're working with them. Now you got to talk to them about products. What products are they taking, getting on SmartShip? And I think this is a difficult conversation for some of you. And yes, we talk about it in a group. We talk about it on boarding. But I think that one-on-one saying to them, which I have to tell you guys, I was so against it because I came from a company that didn't have that. And so I'm like, I'm not letting anybody take money out every single month. I'm going to just handle it myself. But Christine was patient with me and she explained to me how if I missed, knowing how Antoinette is, if you missed something, you'd lose your CV. Or you may say to them the benefits if they're a customer. Do you know that you save money by being on SmartShip? What I'm saying is meet them where they are and then try to talk it through. They may not do it today, but they may do it tomorrow. But I think you have to be careful because some of us have maybe been burned from other networking companies. And so you don't feel the same way. But you have to have that conversation with them. And if you don't know how, then you'll do a three-way with your leader to say, hey, the reason that I think it's great that you try all 6 of the products. So they start out with an intro pack. And you may say, it would be great if you try all 6 or 7 or all of the products. Then you yourself know what you can recommend or maybe not. But unless you try them, how can we do this together? And I want you to know sometimes it has to do, they don't have the money to get started with everything. And so when you're one-on-one, you can say, oh, that's fine. I felt that way also. You guys know the feel felt. There were times I had to start something slowly. Let's get some people on to hear about it so we can earn money so you can get all your products. You see, you're kind of giving them a solution. But your goal, once you get them started, once you get them to 100 CV, let's just say, I like to get them started with the big pack, is to then get them on at least one of every product. Always let her learn while she's earning. Okay, this is so important. I don't even remember who said it, but if you have someone new on your team, if they could earn an extra $200 or $300 a month, they're going to stay. And I think sometimes we're like, oh my gosh, you're going to be a millionaire. You're going to make $10,000 in a month. And you never give them the baby steps for some people. Obviously, we all want to earn a lot of money. But maybe what you want to do is say, hey, did you know that if you do this, you'll receive this? Did you know that if you just get 10 people on a Zoom, probably half of them are going to want to purchase something or join your team, and you'll excuse me, and you'll make this amount of money. You see, and it's different for everyone. It depends on who you're talking to. But you do want to try and get them to earn money, but you say to them, the reason that I plug in where I can is because I bring a guest with me, but I'm learning. I'm learning every time. Every time I have someone listen, then they're going to ask me a question that I don't know how to answer, and then I'm learning. I do love when we used to talk about getting 7 people on. It can be 7 people that you're scared, like 7, you're big people, people that can be business builders, and you want to get them on and get them moving. Or you can have 7 people that are friendly and nice to you. And you can say to the 7 people that love you and say, listen, I just started a business. And can you just listen and make sure I'm not crazy about starting this business? And how about giving me some questions that you have? But you have to coach your new BA through that. You have to coach them to say, what about your sister? What about your cousin? What about your mom? What about your best friend? And what I tell them is, you can say to them, look, you don't have to buy anything. You don't have to join anything. I just need your opinion. I would love to get your opinion. But by them getting someone that they know on one of our OPPs, or to listen, you could have a movie night and you listen to it together. They're going to ask you questions. But I promise you, half will say, I would love to join. I would love to buy products. Half are going to do that. But you have to work individually with your new BAs to make that happen. That was number 6. So learn while you earn. Get as many people on as you can. Number 7, keep a 100% positive attitude. Attitude is everything, everything. And, Christine was just training us on, you don't have to be an expert in the products. We have experts in the products. And I know for some of you, because you've said it to me, I'm not going to invite anybody to hear about it because I don't understand it, or I don't, know the products. It's not your job to know the products yet. It's Dr. Dan's job. It's Wellness Wednesday's job. It's your job to get to know the products. Did you guys get that? It's your job to get to know the products. The only way you're going to get to know the products is number one, by trying them. Number two, by being at the events with your people and having them ask you questions that you wouldn't ask. You see, it can't just be you because you don't know everything to ask. You need your BAs to ask you, well, what if I'm pregnant? Well, what if my doctor says this, this, and this? What if my friend had breast cancer? What if da 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 da? But you need somebody there with you. So if you are 100% positive when you ask your friends or your BA, you know, look, it's okay that you don't know everything, but we're going to learn this together. We're going to figure it out together. It doesn't matter. And honestly, I also want you to understand when your BA gets scared. Oh my gosh, I said yes. I said yes to this person. I don't even have time to breathe. Why did I say yes? Know that they're going to maybe go through that cycle of why did I say yes? So then they start ghosting you, not calling you back. Well, you have to have a positive attitude towards them to say, hey girl, I know you're busy, or I know this feels awkward, or I know this is weird, but let's just chat for 1 minute about how we can make this work. And again, this is your first month. It's your first month. You're just giving them, oops, sorry. Sorry, Cece, I'm on the phone, my daughter. But you're just giving them just a positive vibes. Positive vibes. How about they say to you, oh my gosh, I really can't get on till next week. And I'm like, but I don't say it. I say, okay. And I write it down on my calendar and I call them back the next week. Okay. So, oh my gosh, it's already 10 o'clock. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay. Number eight. Please, I can't stress. Please call your upline. Please call whoever got you started. We're here to help you. We're here to support you. Honestly, if you're brand new and you really want this, you should be texting me all day long. Oh my gosh, this person said this. I tried to talk to this person. I tried to do this. This didn't work. This did work. You know, if you're not asking whoever brought you in questions, then you're like, well, maybe, you know, they don't really want to do this, but you really do. And this is how you learn. You're just going to go. And for me, when you ask me and I don't know, I'm calling Christine. Guys, I've told you guys this story over and over again. The first, when I really kicked it into gear, I was on the phone with Christine all the time, all day, asking her, to the point, and you guys heard this story. It was 11 o'clock at night. My husband yells at me, Christine is older than you. Get off the phone with her. It is 11 o'clock at night. You let her go to sleep. And I said to my husband, she called me. I didn't call her. She called me. She's the one. Christine texts me at midnight sometimes. She said it's okay. What I'm trying to say to you guys is you know who you're with. Some of us are up late. Some of us are up early in the morning. If you're with George, you can text him at 2 a.m. with tequila. But the truth is, the person that you're with, you'll figure out their schedule, but work with them. They want to work with you. Number 9, When you do have people on the OPPs, I know Christine mentioned this, to the best of your ability, try to get them to have camera on. Try. It is so much easier for us when we do the presentation to read someone's face or to see their facial expressions. When we're doing our presentation, we can kind of tell a little better if the camera is on. And then if you are there with your guest, if you can. Now, if you're driving, if you're moving, if you're doing things, but if you have a guest, try to have your camera on. Try to be, yes, it's great. That's what's happening. They're looking at you. They are looking at you. Now, for some of you, you heard me just say, try to go on every OPP. And you're like, how do I do that? If you don't have a guest and you're just listening on, I understand. But if you have a guest, it's your responsibility for your guests to see your emotions and how excited you are about it. You want to help your leader recruit your person. So you also want to maybe give them a tip or two about the person before time, if you can. And then afterwards, we're going to go over this later. Immediately, what did you think of the call? Guys, that's it. It's that simple. What did you think of the Zoom? And they'll answer you one way or the other. So we need you to help us. And then you want to put them in a three-way. Number 10. So number 9, help your upline with your recruit. Number 10. And I have to read this. Just as you would never take credit for your new person's success, never take responsibility for her or his failure. I have chills when I say this. Like, I want to cry when I say this. Because yes, I expect every single one of you on this call to be successful. I believe every single one of you can be a 6-star. I believe every single one of you can make the extra $500 you want. I believe every single one of you can learn to begin to warm chatter. Or as my lovely friend Diana, every single one of us can learn to post on social media. I believe you each can have customers and you can have business builders. But the truth is, we all are not going to do it. And one of the things I had to learn is to release it. It was so tough for me to release that you give your all. You heard me say a month. You're going to really follow up, talk to them, really get them going. But if eventually it's not for them, you cannot take responsibility for it. You got to go get another person, because you can only be successful if you continue to grow. And you can't grow if you're pulling everybody up. You just can't. But you can grow if someone wants to pause and come back. So everyone is welcome. And I've been in this industry for 22 years. I've had people pause for 10 years and come back. And I act like they never left. And so hopefully this helped you guys out with what is your role? What do you do with your BAs? But the bottom line is kindness and loves is so much more important than knowing every detail of everything. That's what it is. All right. I 7 minutes over, George. I did it.
Yeah, perfect. Anybody wants to comment? That was amazing. And the cool thing that we record all this. This is so cool.
Yeah. Sorry about my voice. I've been doing a lot of OPPs.
You are so awesome, Antoinette. Always have been. You're
Thank
great. And you give great hugs too.
Thank you. Well, anybody looking like you, that's my cowboy husband.
Excellent training. Excellent training.
I'll see
And
you on stage somewhere.
Very
Yeah.
good. Very good. Very good. See, you all want to have leaders like Antoinette. That's what you want to focus on. I love what Antoinette said at the very end. Never take credit for your people's success because they're the ones doing you creating hope and vision, and they step into it. But at the same time, you don't take credit for their failures. And what she means, if they don't do it, you shouldn't feel guilty or feel that it's upon you. No, that don't get stuck in that. You love your people and help them, but it's their responsibility, not yours.
Awesome. Awesome. And we help each other. We have such a great team.
Yeah.
Honestly, with this team,
Yeah.
everybody jumps in. You know, Diana, as I said, I didn't get a chance the other day, but I am definitely scared of social media, y'all. You don't think that, but I am. I love to talk on social media, but to work it as a business. Diana's the real deal. She
Yeah.
works it as a business. She really does know her
Yeah.
stuff. And
Yeah.
she jumped down and did a training for me the other day out of the kindness of her heart. We all help each other in this business. So let's get to work. Let's go. We got people still qualifying for trips, and it can be done.
Yes.
You can all still qualify. So I say, let's get to work. What do you think?
I agree with that. Everybody can get that trip, even if it's the first tier and you share a room. Can you imagine you putting on social media? I earned a trip to Cabo San Lucas. I love this company. And people say, what? How did you do that? You know, now you're showing that you're in motion and people, nobody follows a parked car. So earn that trip. You still have a week. You can do it.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Have a great Tuesday, everyone.
Thank you very much,
Good job,
everybody.
Antoinette. Good job.
Thank you.